y'all stop all that running.
Did the power just go out?
Hell no.
Gun violence continues to plague our community.
The day will come when God will judge you. The police looking for your ass. I wish you was there for real.
There's a war brewing. I need to know I can count on you.
The Shy, new season.
What's up, YouTube? It's your boy Mark Dark, and I'm back with another video. If you're new, if you love The Shy, go ahead and hit that subscribe button, like the video, and leave your theories, comments, everything down below. Now today, we're going to be talking about The Shy Season 7, Episode 6. This is the recap. Now I'm going to try my best to focus on all the key points of this episode. Now if I miss anything, you guys can let me know down below. And man, your boy Jamal caught a major L in this episode, and we can thank, of course, Bakari. You know what I'm saying? Because Bakari was the one that told Alicia about Reg, and we know she went and shot the place up, and she hit the wrong guy. Once again, she gets it wrong. You know what I'm saying? Because she did shoot Reg, but Reg gonna be cool. She shot Jamal as well. He was laid out, but as I told you guys last night in my quick thoughts, early impressions, we know Jamal most likely is going to be okay as well, just based off this season trailer. Know what I'm saying? So he gonna be good. But man, the way that it ended, you can tell that something bad was gonna happen just based off the parallels from Do the Right Thing. Shout out to your boy Spike Lee. That was a classic movie. We saw, all types of different elements from that movie in this episode, and they killed it. Know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, Bakari, he's pretty much just escalated this war, and now we know Reg, he's going to want Alicia up out of here at all costs. But just wait. Just wait until Alicia finds out that Bakari was the one that helped move Rob's body. Now, he was out there with Nuck. It's going to be hell to pay. I can't wait to see it. But eventually, Bakari, he will have to pay for his actions. I mean, he could have just kicked it with Lene, but he decided that he wanted to work with Nuck if you buck at the end of season 6. So these are his consequences. And we know he will have a boys in the hood moment. And we're going to find out if Bakari is going to make it or not eventually, probably by the end of the season. But let's hop right into it. What did we see in episode 6 titled Do the Shy Thing? Now the episode starts out with a major heat wave. Know what I'm saying? Power is going out. It's hot as hell. I'm pretty sure that was your girl Lena Waithe on the radio letting the people know it's going to be a real hot day. Once again, they're giving us those parallels to Do the Right Thing, aka a Spike Lee joint. And we know at the beginning of the episode, Emmett calls Smokies to make sure the power is still on. Yes, the power is on, but the AC is out. And we know your boy Damien, he can't stop, watching these games. This man, he is gambling once again. I mean, he can't stop. Now, Emmett is having a conversation with Darnell, and Darnell is telling him, like, look, he does have a problem. Damien has a problem with gambling, and I believe he said he went to rehab for this. So he has a problem, right? And we know Darnell told Emmett just keep an eye on him because it can lead to some very negative things. Now, Emmett did keep an eye on him. He gave him some money. Like, really? I mean, how slow can you be? I guess that heat must be frying Emmett's brain cells. Like, you want to give him $3,000 after Darnell told you he has a problem? After Darnell told you he's been to rehab? Like, dude, like, what's really going on in your head? Now, of course, he gives him the money and he's telling him, look, I got you. I want to make sure I get it back to you. I guess he owes somebody else some money. He goes to a spades game with Hannibal. They're winning. He could have just walked away. You know what I'm saying? They had some cash. They was good. But guess what? Damien, he got played. You know what I'm saying? Well, he played himself by staying and sticking around. And they got him to play another game and he got. So they end up losing all the money. And your boy Damien is looking real lost, looking real stupid. Like, man, what the hell is you thinking? But the bigger question is, what the hell was Emmett thinking to give this man $3,000 after his pops told him this dude got a damn gambling problem? I mean, I just don't get it. Now, your girl Tiffany is having a good old time. The AC is on. She ain't got to worry about no heat. Alicia got a generator. But Alicia tells her, look, why you getting wet for Nuck? Like, what's going on with that? We know she overheard her conversation that she had with Keisha in the last episode. Tiffany kind of pissed off, talking about basically stay out of my business. But Alicia's telling her, look, you are carrying my grandchild, so that's not going to happen. And you need to watch who you are around, because Nuck could have had something to do with taking down Rob. And Tiffany's like, what the hell are you talking about? You told me Zay did it. Well, Nuck told her that Zay did it, so you don't really know for real. So just chill out. You shouldn't be kicking it with Nuck if you're buck anyway, just based off all the dirt that he's done in the past. So Tiffany is starting to realize, like, man, I probably need to watch myself around Nuck. And we know she did take Alicia's advice as far as staying away from him, because in this episode, she was kicking it with Victor. Now we get to Khalil's funeral. We know your boy Nuck, if you're buck, he paid for the funeral services and he showed up. We know Pastor Zeke is getting tired of all these bodies dropping. And he did have a conversation with Nuck. He was pissed off. And y'all know Nuck talking about, I had to do it. Dude was overstepping and all that. Well, you got to stop, because all these bodies eventually they're going to catch up to you. And Pastor Zeke tells him, God, he will be the person that's going to judge you. So Nuck, you're going to have to fix something, man, because as of right now, it ain't looking too good. And the last thing that you want is Pastor Zeke or anybody else that you're kind of getting close to turn on you, because that's exactly what it seems like is happening, because we know Pastor Zeke most likely will be working with your girl Alicia. Now we get to Darnell, Victor, and Rashad. They're outside kicking it, giving us those do the right thing vibes. And we know your girl, Detective Toussaint, decides to roll up on Victor and ask him questions about his brother, not Jake, but of course Reg. And we know Victor told her, look, we don't want no trouble, and he can't really tell who this is. So y'all know Detective Toussaint's telling him eventually she will be back. And of course, Victor, he will let Reg know that he had a conversation with her about him. Now, we get to your boy Reg and Jake, and y'all know Jake, he's kicking it with his new girl, Tarisha. And at first it was going cool, but we know Reg, he was hating. He had to slide up in there and let little brother know, look, I'm the, teacher, you the student. And we know he took advantage of the opportunity and he slid right up on Jake's girl. I don't feel bad for Jake at all. I ain't forgot about what you did to Kevin. We ain't forgot. So what Reg is doing to you, I was just laughing because I knew it was going to happen. This is just more karma for your boy Jake. The sad thing is, Reg and this thought did it right there in front of his face. And then they went to the back and we know he clapped those cheeks. And Jake was pissed because he can hear him. Next thing we know, Jake threw on the headphones and hopped on that tablet like a 2-year-old. I mean, damn. I guess what goes around comes around. Now Jake is so pissed off, they end up getting into a fight. And we know Jake told him, look, I wish you was dead for real. Next thing we know, Reg got him hemmed up on the wall. And then your boy Victor walks in telling him to chill out. And that law enforcement is looking for him, right? So Jake is really pissed because he is not trying to get caught up in any of Reg's mess. But I'm like, man, you decided that you wanted to kick it with your older brother. But I am glad that he finally stood up to him. But I guess it took a thought for that to happen. Now, we know Jake did tell Reg, like, look, you can have the spot. I'm going to move in with Victor. I'm good. And Reg, y'all know he was upset. Like, man, what the hell is going on? Y'all ain't listening to what mom told y'all. We need to be sticking together. But as of right now, that does not look like that's going to be happening. Now we get to the church event. Pastor Freaky Zeke out there getting his shuffle on. We know Charles, he's out there as well. And guess who shows up? Your girl, Sarah. So Pastor Zeke is kind of shaking in his boots. And we know they pretty much tell her, look, we don't really need you here because they ain't really trying to risk no more scandals coming out or whatever. And of course, Pastor Zeke does not want what he built to go down. And he does meet back up with Sarah at the church. And we know she tells him, look, she doesn't really care about any of that. She just wants to be with him. But I'm going to tell you right now, this will come out eventually. And Pastor Zeke is going to be looking real stupid. Sarah is definitely his weakness. Now, we get to Emmett, Keisha, and the birthday party. And we know your boy EJ out there fighting. The kids acting all wild. I mean, they was out there playing barbershop with real clippers. It had Emmett going crazy. You know what I'm saying? He was out there tripping. He couldn't believe what was going on. Now, we get to Alicia and your boy Rashad. And Rashad finally ends things between the two, telling her he cannot do this anymore. We knew this was going to happen. They've been building it up for the past 2 episodes. So eventually it had to happen. Now, of course, she will continue to keep Rashad on the payroll. He will continue to be her bodyguard and make sure that she is good. So at least he's getting money. But we already know Rashad will get caught up in Alicia's war. And I believe that's the last thing that he wants. But hey, he wants to get this money. So it is what it is. Now we get to Tiffany and Victor. And Victor brings her some junk food, some White Castle. And I'm going to tell you right now, that's going to have her stomach on 10. And it's the reason why Alicia does not want her eating that. Now, Victor does tell her what he experienced taking those shrooms and how basically he needs to kill his old self. But the thing is, he's kind of scared because he does not know who he is without him, right? But we know Tiffany tells him she feels like he's an amazing person, right? So these two have a connection. You know what I'm saying? They kind of got close. We can tell Victor was going in for the kiss, but Tiffany kind of backed up a little bit. But at least she is kicking it with somebody that did not drop off Rob. So we're going to see how this relationship continues to build. You guys let me know how y'all see it playing out. Now we get to Rashad and Keith. We know they was both locked up together, but when they was locked up, Keith kind of kept to himself and out the way. But we know Keith did tell him that he's basically just trying to keep himself employed at Smokey's. And basically, he really likes Tracy. And of course, Rashad told him that maybe he can come to the men's group that they be having. So we're going to see how that all plays out, having Keith at these groups. Now, we get to your boy Bakari. Detective Tucson pops up on him. We know she got the DNA from that crime scene, from that throw up, and we know it is your boy Bakari. She did ask him about what happened, and she told him she does not believe that he did it, but maybe he knows who did do it. And of course, he's not trying to tell her anything, but she says, look, maybe I can just ask Lene, because Lene was with him the night that he got pulled over last season. So he don't really want that, you know what I'm saying? But she says, look, did Reg do it? And of course, she says, if he knows anything, let her know. I guess she did give him her card or whatever. And Bakari, now he has to try to fix this because yes, he was there. He helped move the body. So guess what? He has to figure out a way to make sure that Alicia believes it was someone else and that he had nothing to do with it. But my thing is this, Alicia eventually is going to find out that you were there. So how will you explain that? And how will you explain that you helped move the body? So it's going to be a crazy ending for Bakari's, character this season. Now, Em and Nikisha, they end up having a cool night because the power came back on. We know they was going through it earlier on in the episode, but of course, they feel like if they have each other, they can get through anything. Now we get back to Bakari, and now it's time to let Alicia know that Detective Toussaint talked to him, and she talked to him about her son. And of course, she asked him, so what happened? And he tells her that Detective Toussaint asked him about Reg and if he did it and all this stuff. And of course, Alicia's like, man, I thought Zay did it and all this. Like, so what's going on? Do you believe Reg did it? Is he a killer? We know Reg is a killer. So she's like, look, do you know where he stays or where he be at? And y'all know Bakari most likely did help her out. I mean, damn, Bakari, you doing whatever you got to do to make sure all the heat ain't on you. But eventually, it will come back on you. I mean, Alicia knows everybody. It's just a matter of time before she finds out from somebody on the inside. I mean, the judge could have sources on the inside as well. I mean, how are you going to explain this to her when she finds out that you helped move that body? I mean, what you going to do? You're going to have to figure something out because you cannot be playing on both sides of the field, kicking it and hanging out with Nuck and then sitting up here hanging out with Alicia, knowing that you helped move her son's body. It's going to get crazy, y'all. Now, we get to Victor and Jake, and we know Victor tells him about how him and Reg grew up and how at first he was around, but eventually as he got older, he was out in those streets. And the next thing he knew, Reg grew up without him. He talked about how smart Reg was and how pretty much they always picked fights, and Reg continued that same mentality, and it just got worse for him. And we know Jake, he just wants the family to be together once again with no issues. So we're going to see how it all plays out, especially after this episode. Now we get to the end of the episode, and throughout this episode, we saw Jamal delivering orders, giving us those parallels to do the right thing. We know your boy Mookie, he was delivering those pizzas. And of course, Jamal, he had on those Jordan 4s, 1989, the same year that Do the Right Thing came out. Y'all know that shoe was very major in that, movie. Of course, he's helping everybody out with the water. And we know he does have a conversation with Dom, similar to Mookie having a conversation with Rosie Perez's character in the movie Tina, and he was supposed to make sure he came back home or whatever by the end of the night, and of course hook up with her. But guess what? We know that's not happening in this episode because we know your boy Jamal got caught up in some mess. I mean, it's crazy. Now, spoiler alert. I mean, hopefully you guys saw Do the Right Thing. As I told you last night, I watched the movie right before the episode aired just to have that fresh feeling of those parallels. But we know in the movie, Radio Raheem, he did not make it. We know law enforcement took him out. And as I'm watching the episode, I know somebody most likely could get dropped off just based off those parallels alone. I mean, he does have elements of Mookie's character, but the whole thing with him getting potentially dropped off, they gave us that Radio Raheem type vibe or whatever. Alicia pulls up. Rashad's like, yeah, that's him. He cannot believe that Reg is still alive. Next thing we know, she starts to shoot. Reg does get shot, but guess who else gets shot? Your boy Jamal. I'm like, damn. And I'm surprised they did not get shot because Reg was shooting back and Rashad was kind of shook. He was, pretty much just sitting there like, dude, if you don't get the hell up out of here, like, come on. And then we see Jamal laid out on that pavement. We know your boy Red stepped over him like Allen Iverson did Lou in the 2001 finals. And I understand, I mean, Red's like, look, I got to get the hell up out of here. He still does not want law enforcement to track him down. But man, I mean, I guess we got to see episode 7 to see what else Reg end up doing, because we know Jamal will get to the hospital. As I told you guys, we know based off those trailers, Jamal most likely is going to be okay. But the way that the episode ended, they killed it, man. They gave us those parallels from the movie. And of course, as I told you, I believe that was Lena Waithe on the radio, similar to your boy, the legend, Samuel L. Jackson. And, they gave us a crazy ending. Now, of course, we know Do the Right Thing was dedicated to MLK and Malcolm X. I mean, a classic movie, 1989, the year I was born in, know what I'm saying? In a year that the Jordan 4, as I told you, was created, and we saw those elements in this particular episode. But down below, I want you guys to let me know what y'all think is going to happen next. We know Reg will be seeking revenge in the next upcoming episode. It's about to get crazy. It ain't looking good for Bakari. And this war is just about to blow up, y'all. It's about to blow up. I don't even know how it's going to end, but I'm expecting some more bodies to get dropped off by the end of the season. Now, I want to thank you guys once again for all the love, all the support, and I will catch y'all on the next one. But let me get up on out of here, man. This your boy Mark Dark. I'm out. Peace.
What if he doesn't make it?
Let's just make sure we protect each other.
You trying to come back to the street?
Only if y'all coming back with me.
Try to kill my brother.
If I did, he'd be dead.
We have to clean up these streets ourselves. What do you need from me?
Nobody gonna try to take my life and get away with it. I want Nook dead and Alicia dead too.
The Shy, new season.